Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion, and today is Monday, October 31st, and it is almost my 12-week anniversary for my surgery. 12th week will be on Wednesday, but I just decided to go ahead and do it today since I had the time. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Like I said, today is October 31st. My surgery was on August the 10th of 2016 at Northside Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. My highest weight was 477 pounds. My surgery weight on the 10th of August was 429 pounds. Sorry, I got all my info on the phone. And right now, my current weight is 339 pounds. Weighed in this morning, and I just tipped over that into that 330 pound mark. So pretty pleased with that. That just means I am 138 pounds down total since January 24th, and I am 90 pounds down since August the 10th, my surgery date. So still doing pretty well. I did hit for about a week a little bit of a stall, but just got back to basics. I tried to add, just a few different new foods, and they weren't working out, so just kind of returned to, what it was, and doing pretty good now. I also just added cauliflower bread, which, if you're not familiar with that, you should definitely look into it. It's really good and really low of carbs. It's pretty much just cauliflower, shredded cheese, whichever you prefer, the harder the better, and an egg. And pretty much, you got a kind of like a little bread substitute once you put all that together and bake it. So definitely check out the recipe. I might do one a little bit later if I get the ingredients again, but I was pretty much just using up stuff I had in the house already. Now that we got all that stuff out of the way, the point of this video, as you can see from the title, is my top 10 skinny bucket list. This is pretty much the top 10 things that I want to do when I get this weight off of me. Number 10, themed cruises. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with cruising, but it is pretty amazing. So far I've gone on 2 cruises, and that's pretty much how I want to spend all of my vacations for the rest of my life. There's just so much of a variety of things to do, but I can't really take advantage of everything or I feel that I can't take advantage of everything because of my weight. But what I really want to do is take a themed cruise. They have things that are like kind of like rock and roll cruises or R&B cruises, to where they invite a whole bunch of special guests on, and you're on this cruise and you're listening to different concerts or going to different events, and you're pretty much just at sea having a great time. There's one, I think, that's coming up this January that I'm not going to be able to go to. It's called Fantasy, and pretty much it is a comic book convention on a cruise. And one of those things that you'll learn about me through these videos is, my background, I guess, is that I like a lot of video games and a lot of comic books. Number 9 is photography. I took up photography a few years ago, and I really fell in love with it. But because of various things, one of them being my vision and the other being my weight, I couldn't really do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. I kind of feel that, when I'm out in public, with my camera and everything, and I'm just shooting and, taking pictures, the public aspect kind of embarrasses me a little bit. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. There's a lot of different shots that I can't get because of my size, as far as squatting down or getting down on the ground, getting that kind of worm's eye view shot. I'm just pretty limited on what I could do, and it's really something that I want to get back into as soon as possible. Number 8, another one of those nerd things, is cosplaying. Another thing about me is I go to a lot of different comic book conventions, and one of the big ones that I like to go to is called Dragon Con. And for a while now I've been wanting to do a whole bunch of different cosplays, but I just kind of felt uncomfortable because of my weight. Things just don't fit right. I'm very self-conscious about it, I guess. And it's just something that I've always wanted to do. And once I get this weight down, I think I'll be able to do it. And I think I'll be able to a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more confident about it. That's just me personally. That doesn't stop a lot of people, the weight thing, and it shouldn't. I've seen tons and tons of amazing plus size cosplay, but just me personally, I am just very self-conscious like that, so I personally can't do it. Number 7, nerd-inspired symphonies. If you have heard of some of these that are out there, you kind of know how expensive they are to go to. There's one that came to Atlanta, or two actually that came. A Studio Ghibli one, where pretty much they play the music from the Studio Ghibli films with a live orchestra. And there's another one, Legend of Zelda, that they do also, and I really want to go to different things like that. I think there's a Star Wars themed one as well, but with the weight thing, there's no way that I could fit in a seat inside of one of those music halls. It's just not going to happen. So I have to go through the whole thing to where I would have to buy 2 seats, and the price would just get ridiculous at that point. So that's going to be definitely a treat for me when I lose this weight and get to go to one of those. Number 6 is planned and impromptu flights. Again, I cannot fit, or I couldn't. I don't know about now. I haven't been on a flight in a while, and I've lost a little bit of weight, so maybe I can now, but I could not fit in a plane seat. So taking flights is just not an option. And there are sometimes a lot of good deals that just spring up, that'll get you to Seattle or New York or Florida or anything like that that I can't just do. And that's something that I really, really, want to do, is just, if there's a concert or something that I want to go to across the country or a few states away, or something that I want to see, just to be able to just, get a cheap ticket and just go. Also, international travel. Incredibly expensive. No possible way I can justify paying for 2 seats for me to travel internationally. And that is really something I want to get back into doing. I used to live in Germany for a while. We went all over the place, different countries in Europe, and I want to get back into that. I definitely need to get over to multiple countries in Asia. So that is a pretty short-term goal. That's something that I'm going to do very soon. Number 5, and I'm happy to say that it is happening very soon, run a 5K. I've always wanted to do kind of the Tough Mudder or the obstacle course races, and I've always wanted to do a 5K, and that's something that I'm going to be getting into soon. Just downloaded an app to my phone. It's called Couch to 5K. That's supposed to be pretty good about getting you started. Starting from nothing and moving into running a 5K. So I have one coming up in February that I will be doing. Whether I'm ready or not, it's something that I want to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to train for it, and I'm just going to go out and do it. That's really the only way that you get into these things is, you know, you just got to, you know, work at it and then just do it. Number 4 is go to an amusement park. Now, I'm not sure if this has changed or not. I've gotten a little bit older, but I've always liked roller coasters, and then they're kind of got to a point to where, again, size not going to fit on a roller coaster at all. You know, I got embarrassed like that once, and that was the last time I ever went. Could not get the seat buckle thing pressed all the way down. Had to get off the roller coaster, so that is not cool. So I'm really looking forward to get into things like that, especially, you know, now that I have my daughter, and she's kind of a thrill seeker. So really want to take her with me, kind of get out to maybe Six Flags or Disney or something like that, and really kind of experience that kind of stuff with her. Number 3 is to go swimming. Like, go swimming all the time. And it's just one of those things that I kind of feel, again, self-conscious about. I know it's not a big deal, but I really don't like taking my shirt off at this point. So, you know, going swimming, you know, later on down the line is something that I really want to do. And plus, my kid, she's only 3 years old, but she's been taking a lot of swim lessons, and she's getting pretty good at it. So it's something that I want to do with her and encourage her and keep pushing her to do it. And the only way I can do that is if I get rid of this weight and jump on in that pool. Number 2 is to upgrade my wardrobe. My wardrobe is pretty sad. Before the surgery, when I was at my highest weight, I pretty much had like 2 pair of work pants. I've pretty much outgrew my jeans. I had a couple pair of shorts. Only a few shirts fit me. It was horrible. And while I'm not that huge into fashion, I mean, if you can take a look, I don't know a whole lot about fashion. Not huge into kind of dressing up and things like that, but it's something that I've always wanted to do or try. You know, I want to own a suit that fits. You know, maybe some shirts and ties, things like that. I have a pea coat that I bought probably about 5 years ago that even at that point I've never been able to fit in. It still has the tags, it's still brand new. I want to eventually be able to wear that pea coat. It's one of those things that I have that is kind of a goal of mine that's in my closet that I can't quite fit in it now, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it, and soon gonna be able to wear that goddamn pea coat. And number 1 on my top 10 skinny bucket list is, as you can tell, I really like movies, but I cannot go to the theater. I can go to the theater, but I cannot go to any kind of premieres. That's definitely number 1, is to kind of, you know, get out and socialize and go to some of these movie premieres, like midnight screenings, things like that. I've always wanted to be able to do that, and I haven't been able to see a premiere movie on its release date. I think Ninja Turtles, not this one that just came out, like the old 1989 Ninja Turtles. That was, yeah, I think that was the last premiere that I've been to. Actually, opening release was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. And that has got to change. Doctor Strange is coming up. I want to see that. Just a whole bunch of things on my list that I will be going to these midnight releases for. And I'm really looking forward to it. Alright guys, once again, thanks so much for tuning in, watching this video, and subscribing. I'm slowly climbing up there. I have gotten over 100 subscribers, so thank each and every one of you guys. I really appreciate that. And if you have any questions, as usual, send me a message, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, tell your friends. Also, I just started a Instagram. It is called the same thing as this YouTube channel, VSGD. It's VSGDEE. You can find me on there. I do quite a bit more when it comes to daily posting, post different foods that I'm eating, and I posted my very first update photo. So if you want to see kind of where I started and where I am now, you can take a look at that. And just to let you know, it is not pretty. So just be warned. If you go into it, it is not great at all, but the progress is there, and that's my main concern, making that progress. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.